Hello everyone and welcome back to OD Simulation Gaming. Welcome to the Bakerloo Line. You join us today in the Mark II 1972 London Underground stock. We are here just ready to start a service down to Elephant and Castle. So just going to quickly show you a little bit of the brief setup here in the cab. So we're going to set our destination board to Elephant and Castle. We're going to make sure we've got our lights set on correctly. So let's just go through those quickly. That's on, that's off, that's correct, and they are on. That's marvellous. We'll just double check that those lights are on. Yes, they are. They're quite bright there. Obviously, we are not underground just yet. Get ourselves sat down in the cab. We're going to open the doors now and let those passengers on board. We're going to set our direction selector to Enter, and over here we're now going to set the power to off and release. There we go, and we're going to hit the audible warning valve reset to get rid of that hissing noise. Passengers looking like are all on, so we're going to shut those doors up now. Just watch those close. There we go. Hop back in. We're going to now select forward direction on our selector there. We're going to hit the audible warning again, and we're now going to set some power and get ourselves rolling. Now the crucial part here is to not over egg the power too soon. We're in a mode now called shunt. That's one of the lowest power settings here on this particular train, and you'll see there we've got up to a maximum of 11 miles per hour, 12 miles an hour now, of a maximum of 15 that we can do. So we just need to monitor that and just make sure that the speed doesn't run away with us, particularly as we start going down this hill here. It's a 3.1% gradient, so need to be a little bit careful. There we go, a little bit of brake there, and now we're cleared up to 35, so we can set our traction setting now to parallel. That's the quickest setting of the bunch. Now we're now fully underground, or we are at least descending now into the depths of London. Our first stop is going to be Kilburn, and that's just a few hundred yards up the line here. Now careful, we are speeding, so let's just bring that speed back a little bit. There we go. Just leave that on. There we go. Off and release now. So we're going to let the train just free roll with the momentum that it's got. And here indeed is Kilburn. As quickly as that, we've arrived at our first station. Just roll in there. There we go. We've arrived. We'll get those doors open, and we'll get those London commuters on board. So, yeah, pretty basic here in the cab, isn't it? Not a lot happening at all. Very, very basic. Doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Now, we are running a little bit early there, look. So we're going to now wait just a few seconds. It gives me an opportunity just to let you see around the cab here. Not a huge amount of dials or buttons, but got a few bits and pieces there. So 15 seconds now to wait. God forbid that a London Underground service operates early. But of course we don't know who's further up the line, do we? So we need to be a little bit careful of that. So we're off now again. Let's head on to our next station, which is Maida Vale. And that's around 800 yards further up the line. We should be there in around a minute or so. Shouldn't take us too long. So our gauges there. Just watch that speed, that we don't go over 35 miles per hour. Don't want to be caught speeding on the London Underground. There we go, 33. That'll do us nicely. So I do hope that this video finds you well. Thanks for joining. Do give us a like, a big thumbs up. And if you're new to OD Simulation Gaming, do consider hitting the subscribe button. It'd be great to see you here again. And indeed, I hope you enjoy the rest of our content on our channel. So welcome to Maida Vale. Very similar decor to Kilburn. Very 1970s feel. Whoopsie daisy, little bit too late there on the brake, but no drama at all. Get those passengers in. Get those doors closed. And we're off again. Next stop is Warwick Avenue. Do let me know in the comments, guys, have you travelled on the London Underground? Let me know where you went. What was your favourite station? What did you enjoy about the Underground? Indeed, what did you not enjoy about the Underground? I speak to an awful lot of people about the London Underground. It's a very interesting part of the world. It's almost like a mini world of its own down there. And if you've been on it, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. Quite a remarkable setup of old Victorian tunnels buried deep within London. But an excellent way to get around the city, that's for certain. Absolutely marvellous. So here we go, Warwick Avenue, just arriving now. Just make sure we don't apply too much brake there. Just let that free roll down to the end, and then we'll apply a little bit of brake now. Just to hopefully get us stopped there. There we go. Get those doors open again. Doors locked, and we're away. So Paddington, we're off to see Paddington Bear now. He's about half a mile, 0.6 miles up the line here, so it's going to be a couple of minutes run up to there. We'll go flat out. We can get up to 35 miles per hour here on this particular part of the line. So we're in parallel now. Full acceleration. Green light, go, go, go at that signal. No problem at all. It is a downhill gradient, 0.5% here, so just need to watch that speed doesn't go too far over the top. There we go, 34 or 35 is perfect. Green, green, we're good there. And in a short moment we will be dropping down to 25 miles per hour, so we'll just get ready for that, guys. Just drop a little bit of brake on there. Start slowing down. There we go. We're now uphill anyway. And here is Paddington. Just coming through the end of the tunnel now. There we are. Bending down to the left. There we go. So welcome to Paddington. Excellent, everyone's behaving themselves. Next up is Edgware Road. There's only a 20 section here, so we've got to just watch our speed. We can't fly out of Paddington straight away, so we are now downhill significantly, about a 2.5–3% drop, but that gradient's now back to 0, so that's good. You need to just watch that. It's difficult to gauge when you're in the tunnels what the gradient is. So I am using the aid of the gradient indicator at the top of the screen. So 30 mph maximum here. Doing 27 as we just come out the tunnel here into Edgware Road. Nice decor here. You'll notice that brown banding of tiles there. Obviously the brown line on the tube map is the Bakerloo Line. And we're off. Marylebone next up. It's very dark down here. Very lonely job, I'm sure. And here's Marylebone. Nice Art Deco tiling there on the walls. I do enjoy the feeling of the London Underground, particularly with its decorations. Some of these stations have not changed in a very long time. Yes, they've been modernised with technology and various helpful aids for drivers and for passengers, but you still do get a sense of what time was like when they were built, particularly what it would have been like for those seeking refuge and shelter in these tunnels during the war. It's a very interesting place, as I said earlier in the video. Deep and rich in history. So, welcome to Baker Street, guys. The famous Jerry Rafferty song, Baker Street. If you've not heard that one, get yourself onto your YouTube pages and type that in, Baker Street, Jerry Rafferty. An excellent song, classic song. There's Sherlock Holmes look on the walls there. Winding your way to Baker Street. And we've got so excited we've overshot the end of the platform. No drama. In fact, I'm going to hop out the train here and just show you some of Baker Street. Here we are, look guys. That's what I was talking about, Baker Street. Absolutely incredible. Right, let's hop back in. We don't want to be too late, do we? Get that door shut. Take a seat. Shut those doors. And we'll get moving again. maybe we won't get moving again. Oh, there we go. We're off. Didn't think we were going to go anywhere then. So Regent's Park is our next stop here. And if you're looking to join a Discord channel, please do check the link out in my YouTube bio. Come and join us over at the Simulation Station. There's some amazing content creators and YouTube streamers in there. Do pop in and say hello to us. There we are, Regent's Park. Made up a little bit of time there actually in between those two stations, so that helps us keep ourselves on target with the timetable. Not that we're too fussed about that, but it's nice to be on time where we can. So into Oxford Circus next for us. So this is a 30 mph section of the line, and in a short moment it will change down to 25, then a 20. So we just need to keep an eye on those speed markers to make sure that we don't go too fast. I'm pretty sure the train drivers can be not fined, but sort of reprimanded for speeding on their lines. I think there is I don't want to call them the train police, but I'm sure there are people out there who monitor the speeds at which these trains travel at. Don't know what they're called. If you do know, let me know. Be interested to hear. So it's an uphill climb now into Oxford Circus. There we go. A little bit more modern here at Oxford Circus. Not so much of the oldie-woldy decor or Art Deco theme. And we'll just stop the train there. Doors open. Get some more commuters on board. Maybe they've been shopping, stocking up their bags with all their wares and purchases of the day. Maybe given the time right now here at what time is it? It's 10 to 4 in the afternoon here, so it's going to start getting busy for rush hour soon, isn't it? And maybe this is the calm before the storm. Going a little bit too quick there, so just apply some brake just on a downward part of the line here. Very difficult to tell. If it wasn't for that gradient indicator at the top, I would be struggling, that's for certain. Very difficult to see where you're at. and get up to 30 very, very shortly. There we go. So just get ourselves into parallel, push some power through. And we'll get ready to arrive at Piccadilly Circus. Fantastic red and green tiles here at Piccadilly Circus mixed with the brown. Looks absolutely incredible, doesn't it? Very colourful, very vibrant station. Absolutely love that. Lovely, lovely feel to it. There it is, at those white, brown, red and green tiles. Excellent. Right, that's the passengers all on. Now the next two stops are quite quick on us. They do creep up. So Charing Cross next up. It's only 500 yards away. So not far to go at all. Get ourselves flying down here towards Charing Cross. Here it comes. Complete change in decoration again. We'll just let the train gently roll to the edge of the platform. There we go, that'll do. There we go, look, here they come. They're all rushing in, all flooded in for this one. You know what it's like when you whiz down to the underground and see a train there. Quick, 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 let me in. Don't go without me. You guys are going to be disappointed because I am going without you. You've missed this one. We're on a flyer. We are out of here. Down to Embankment now. Literally just round the corner. Just a couple of 100 yards. In fact, all these stations are just a couple of 100 yards away from each other. They're not too far apart. In fact, there we go. We can already see Embankment coming up. Downward we go, further and further into the London Underground. So Embankment again, complete change of decoration here. All-inclusive holiday to Barbados. Yes, don't mind if I do. Lovely. That would be nice, wouldn't it? All-inclusive to Bridgetown, Barbados. Very, very nice. All staff working on the track must comply with safety instructions. Do not step on any rail. So, a couple of signs there for the London Underground workers to adhere to. Must be quite daunting working down here, particularly if you've got to go into the depths of the tunnels. So next up is London Waterloo, a station that probably a lot of us have travelled into and probably got the tube at. I know I've certainly done that a few times in my lifetime. London Waterloo. Right then, so we can go to 35 down here, but we very quickly drop into a 25, which is coming up any second now. So let's just apply some brake there. There we go. So we're uphill slightly as we come into Waterloo. Looking lovely and clean down here. And off we go again. So Lambeth North next up for us. There we go, just see the end of the tunnel there coming up. Probably slowed down a little bit too soon, but I was just a little bit worried about how quick we were going there, so sorry for that. But welcome to Lambeth. Again, another station with a completely different vibe about it. It's lovely ceiling here that we've got. Stripes there. Looks fantastic. Really, really quite nice. Lambeth North. There's that all-inclusive holiday again. It's following us, isn't it? It's definitely a sign, I think. So doors open now for our passengers. As it's just creeping up now to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Get them doors locked back up. And we're away. Next up, Elephant and Castle. And that'll be our final stop here, I would have thought. That was our end destination, Elephant and Castle, so... So 25 mile per hour zone here. Green signal, so we're fine to proceed. Second green, okay to continue. And we should get a third green as we come round the corner. There we go. And there's number 4. So we're all clear to cruise into Elephant and Castle. And the speed will drop down to 20 miles per hour now. There's the marker. And there is Elephant and Castle just ahead. Very quiet platform here at Elephant and Castle. Although having said that, 3 or 4 passengers there just coming through the door. They've obviously heard the train coming down the tunnel. And they made a quick dash for it. They don't want to miss this one. They've heard OD Simulation Gaming's at the wheel. Or at the controls, I should say. And they've all rushed to make sure they can get on this train. There we go, run completed. And as always with Train Sim World, we'll get a breakdown of our performance. Nice looking train, very, very nice indeed. So there we go, we've got a gold star there, 19,803 was our end result. Didn't do too bad looking at the... so the green line there on the graph is our speed. The red is the speed limit. So you'll see we, generally speaking, kept ourselves okay and under the limit. So great to see us getting a gold star there. And it was only a 7-mile run, guys. So it's interesting, isn't it? The mileage is very, very low in the London Underground. But it feels like you're on there forever because you're doing so many stop, start, stop, start, stop, starts. So there we have it. Thank you ever so much for enjoying this trip along the Bakerloo Line here on the London Underground with us at OD Simulation Gaming. All that's left for me to say is thanks ever so much for joining us on this video, and we will see you very soon on the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.